Hi Sunshine, welcome back to our channel. I'm TaylorAnne.
And I'm LoriAnne.
And together we are MADCURLS. And welcome to the MADCURLS video. And this particular video has been highly requested since we did it last year and you guys want to make sure we did it this year. Ma, what's this video?
Was this the most viewed video last year that we made?
Yes, it was actually.
This is our 2019 annual or second annual. What was it? Least favorite?
Disappointing products favorite.
Disappointing products, brands, experiences of the year.
Yeah. So we did our favorites video, which you guys may or may not have seen. We will link that so you guys can go see that. Our favorite products and basically our favorite products, and we talk about some of our favorite brands in the video as well. But of course, where there are favorites, there are going to be least favorites or products or brands or experiences that just disappointed us in 2019 as far as the natural hair community goes, natural hair products. So we are bringing you guys those today. How this video is going to be different from last year. Last year, I think for a majority of the products we held up, because that's when we had our like gigantic stash.
Right.
2019 came with several big declutters of our stash where we basically just have our favorite products in the house. We went from having hundreds of products probably to like 100 or 200 products. We really don't have natural hair products in this house anymore. Like our stash, we have several declutter videos. We did our MADCURLS mystery boxes where we sent out tons of products.
We did 50 boxes.
Then we did 50 boxes that had anywhere from like 5 to 6 products in the box. Yeah, we got rid of a lot of our products. So basically the stuff that's on our disappointing list, we don't have here to hold up. So there will be like pictures.
Except one.
Except one, yeah. Which are we talking about? There will be like pictures popping up so you can actually see the product, but we don't have the product in our hands. It's gone. Yeah. So this is no disrespect to any brands or to you guys if you like the products.
If you like them, that's fantastic. Because there's lots of things out there that you guys rave about that I simply just like, oh really? Wow, that worked for you. Like that's good for you. But no, it doesn't work anywhere near. Even with each other, things might work for you that may not necessarily work for me. Right. So this is just our opinion. As I said in our positive video in our favorites of the year, I said it's the MADCURLS channel, and so this is simply because you guys respect and you kind of like it's like a fun time of the year. You know, it's like culmination of the year and the experiences of the year, and so you are curious to know what didn't we like. I mean, this type of a video always have so many more views on it than like a positive one. Okay, people want to know because people don't want to spend their coin on something that's either not going to work or that somebody has an experience. It's funny how you think that I might have had a bad experience with a company and therefore, okay, if LoriAnne had one or TaylorAnne, okay, I'm not even going to try. Okay, so it's very important to take some of this into consideration. It's not gospel by any stretch, but it is something kind of like just to kind of pique your interest, like, oh, interesting, okay. So it's just a fun time. You told me not to be a bitter Betty.
Yeah, I know. For the story you're getting ready to tell, I'm like, let's try not to be bitter. Let's just tell the story straight, because it happened in the beginning of the year, so we were like, we're at the end of the year. It came back around again. But if you guys are like, if you guys have been here for like the past year, then like you would have like known all the drama was going down. But yeah, it's gonna be mentioned in this video. So as far as like disappointing products, was products that either didn't work for us or maybe it worked, but it was just like disappointing, or collections that came out that might have been good, but overall it was just
that's the distinction you made today, that you said it might have worked, but we had so many more hopes with this brand, maybe because of the name of the brand or the product and the way that we thought it might work. So maybe, for instance, if it was a cream and you love creams and you like this didn't act like a cream, so it just could be the experience.
In the past years, like brands will come out with stuff and it's like, oh, this is exciting, oh, this is great. To me, I feel like there were more flops than things that were like spectacular, even though the wash and go might have looked great or whatever. Like if we return to it, or just like overall, like I just feel like there were a lot of flops this year, and we're gonna mention the flops.
I think the climate is, and again, if you're new to the channel, welcome, and if you're not, you know how MADCURLS goes on. Like this is it's the end of the year, but we go like this all the time. But we're chatty, so we're going to talk our way through this, and
we may disagree.
And we may disagree. Yeah. You guys may disagree with us, but it's just a fun time of the year. This is not meant to be a hard or rough video. If you made this list, just think your name is on the map somewhere. So people are going to be interested to know, like, why did they like it? Now they'll look for it. So don't be upset if you're on the list, if you're a brand.
Love you some Mitch.
Okay, love you some Mitch. Yeah. All right, but anyway, this is the best time of the year. And you ready to roll?
I'm ready to roll. Okay. So if you want to see, and well, actually, I guess hear and see, things will be popping up. Our 2019 disappointing products, brands, experience, of the year, natural hair edition, then
please keep watching.
Please keep watching. Okay, so we're going to get started, and we're going to start with the one product that we actually do have in hand. Looks like you held on to it.
I did.
For a moment such as
this. And yes, so call me a bitter Betty. Nobody cares at this point. But this was the moment I've been waiting for. I said there is recourse for people that think they can get away with stomping all over customers. And I said, I'm going to hold on to this one thing right here. Nobody's surprised that watches MADCURLS that follow us. Guys, you knew how I was furious in the beginning of the year. I spent my hard-earned coin on this. This is Naturally United Curls. We meet again, and I said this was the #1 big fail. It started off the year as a big fail. The customer service was horrible. For those that know us, I like the bakery smelling scents, and you like, what kind of scents do you like for products?
I like bakery too, but I like maybe more like fruits, like but so I mean, yeah, I don't like anything but floral. We don't really do floral, but you really love bakery. I kind of like watermelon and coconut and like those kind of scents. But
what a cute idea, I thought. What a fabulous idea. The whole line, I mean, the names of the products, let me put on my glasses now, were so cute. And since then, you know, they've been paraded around Instagram and all that, so you can't help but see the things. And I'm like, oh, so cute, so cute. If only I wasn't just like who I am and like I'm going to stick to this point, I wouldn't put one thin dime into that company. So it's unfortunate because I've seen like, I think chocolate chip cookie dough, like, you know, curling creams and all that. So cute. But the experience with that company was horrendous, starting off from the beginning of the year. So the first thing that used to come out a lot that was always paraded around and nothing else was out there at that point was this Naturally United Curls cake batter. And it was so cute. It was like the hype. It was like the hype in the beginning of the year. Everybody wanted it. It was always sold out and you couldn't get it. So I ordered it. I finally got it. It was not sent. I spent my hard-earned money. I was a customer. I was not MADCURLS. I was a customer buying a product. And I bought the product the day that it came in. This thing, I glued it back together throughout, because I'm going to tell this story over and over again. This will be the last telling of the story, because actually when I'm telling it, they're getting the publicity, but not bothered at this point, could care less. But this came in cracked. This bag exploded, or something similar to it. All in the bag exploded. So I reached out to the company as a customer and explained what happened. And basically their thing was work it out with the post office. What? Work it out with the post office? That has nothing. The post office had nothing to do with it. Normally a good brand and a good company would stand by their products. So apologetic, and because they're so small black owned company that everybody always tells everybody to support those. It's times like this that I say, this is why people don't, okay? Because maybe they don't have the funding or whatever to do things right. They should have said, throw it in the garbage, we're sending you one out right away. Nope. Working out with the company. And then when I was just like, I never heard of such a thing, she took the email to social media. I was not LoriAnne Wesley at that point. She wanted to destroy MADCURLS and took the private email and blasted it on social media, thinking she was going to try to destroy us, but she don't know how hardy the MADCURLS fam is, and y'all were disgusted with it. But no, it would have been a cute idea. All that, I saved it for one last decluttering, because after this garbage, I'm surprised they even kept it this long, but I'm not really, because I knew this was going to come. I said there was a moment in time we were going to meet again, and this is the moment. So right here, it was cute, but nope, never used it. Don't plan on it, because just hated the customer service. Hopefully they got better throughout the year. I won't know, because never went back to that company again. Horrible experience. Horrible.
Horrible.
First on the list, I said, Tay, can we just start off with that? Can I just like open up the video and just like have it there? Because I think when you are an influencer and you are supposed to do something, you're supposed to do it within the first minute and 30 seconds to get like the most power, like the most publicity for the company. And I'm like, can we get it there? But I'm like, no, let me not do that.
No, I mean, it really was disappointing though, because you had been wanting that for a while, and then when you got it and it came like exploded, like you were so disappointed.
And I really thought
and then the reaction you got, like you were even more disappointed. So that really truly was disappointing.
Yeah.
Disappointing in 2019. It really was sad.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So that was a disappointing experience, disappointing brand. So now we're going on to the result of products, perhaps, that we have in there. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so the first one, so I have a list here, guys. So the first one I put up there is African Pride, the Moisture Miracle line. And I guess I'll say the line, for me, I really liked it. So African Pride, the first African Pride products that we tried was the Shea Miracle, which was like horrendous. And then they came out with the Moisture Miracle, which people really raved about, and like we bought the whole line. And for me, like, the line was really good. I really loved it, especially the leave-in in the curling cream, and I raved about it, and I raved about it, and still, to this day, I am raving about the leave-in in the curling cream. The only thing is that it breaks my face out so bad again and again and again, and you guys actually had to remind me, I think, like, the second or third time, like, I used it, and my face was, like, just acne everywhere, pimples on my forehead, my cheeks, like the pimples that are deep underneath and the ones that come to the surface with the pus and the white and like the whole 9 yards all over my cheeks. And you guys were like, you know, you're using that African pride again. Like, every time you use it, your face breaks out. And I'm like, no. Like, it's not the African pride. It's not the, but like, no, it really is the African pride every time I use it. And it's so disappointing because I loved the curling cream and the leave-in. It's just so good. And I've never had a product I've never reacted to a product like that, and that truly is disappointing because for me it would be my #1 product. Like, it would have made my #1 favorites of the year because it was that good for me. Like, I just you loved it. It's so sad.
You loved it so much. I never liked African pride. That is no secret on this channel. LoriAnne does not like African pride. I think it's just a lot of products, a lot of inexpensive products, which is a good thing for most people. But to me, it's just so many things. It's so confusing. It's so overwhelming. It's just like cheap product after another, cheap product after another. They're all so similar. They just keep pushing out lines and pushing out lines. They're overwhelming, and it's just so many different layers and components to the line. I just don't like African pride.
The funny thing is that in the video that we did with the African Pride Moisture Miracle, the curling cream and the leave-in, people said that was your best wash and go they'd ever seen, but you don't like African Pride. What else is in African Pride was the pre-poo. We have a video on the pre-poo. So basically, we rolled out the African Pride Moisture Miracle line in 2019. We started with the pre-poo video, and I didn't like the pre-poo. The pre-poo for me was like that aloe, and it kept drying and drying, and I'm like, how am I supposed to pre-poo and detangle my hair with this when I'm putting it in my hair and it's just drying? Like, I hated the pre-poo.
I think it worked, if I remember. I don't know. I
think
it went through my hair, and I think it did what it said it was going to do. It definitely detangled and it went through my hair and all of that. But so we went by it really quick tonight.
Yeah.
And I think I said something like, I don't know if it was my haircut.
No. That was moving on.
Oh, okay.
The mask.
Okay.
The heat activated mask.
Okay.
You absolutely hated that.
Okay. My hair was dry.
Your hair was dry.
And I attributed it to my haircut, perhaps. But in the comments, you guys were like, "No, Lori, it's not the haircut." Okay. Like, it's just you just don't like the product.
I think we said in the video our results were completely different. My hair was silky and it was nice. And so you liked the pre-poo. I didn't like the pre-poo. I love the mask. You didn't like the mask.
Yeah.
The stylers, even if you got good results, you just don't like African Pride.
I don't.
So the pre-poo worked for you,
any line, any brand, any day.
You just don't like African Pride. The leave-in curling cream, I think you guys should try it and just go and get it and try it and like hopefully don't break your face out, because like I've never seen a product that did that, but amazing results every single time. But my face, it just always broke out. The shampoo and conditioner in the line I thought was good. That's what's just disappointing. It's not the fact that I hate the line. It was just really disappointing that it doesn't work for me because I just have a really bad reaction to it every time I use it. And so that's just very sad for me. So
yeah,
African Pride Moisture Miracle, so sad. Let's go to the main choice. Rolled out a lot this year. I have 2 down here from what we've tried, which I think we're getting ready to disagree here.
Okay.
But let's start with the main choice, the Exotic Kool-Aid line. You remember the Exotic Kool-Aid?
Absolutely.
That was the gel and like
and
the
I
colorful.
Still have it. Like I didn't. I don't know why it didn't ring a bell. Yeah, I have the whole complete line upstairs in my closet. But I think we're going to be consistent across the board. We're not gonna just be showing any of the products since we don't have them.
Yeah, no, they're probably already gonna see it. Like the products that we're mentioning are gonna be popping up on the screen.
Okay.
So
all right.
The main choice, the Exotic Kool-Aid line. There was the gel. There was like the kiwi, like the minty shampoo. There was I think it was the pineapple leave-in, the orange looking gel, or whatever. For me, like based on the other main choice products that I've tried, like my favorite is the Tropical Moringa, the Fro the Culture, the Ancient Egyptian. To me, that line was dry. Like, as in, like, it made my hair kind of dry. And I think even in the wash and go video, like, it looked good kind of visually, kind of, sort of. But I believe I said it was dry. Like, it was drying.
And that's what I liked about it. That's what
people have been saying about it. Yeah, you love stuff that's drying. Yeah. So, to me, it was not a moisturizing line at all. I was not impressed. And I didn't like the oil because it was orange. I'm like, to me, this is not, it's not realistic. Right, like, don't wear a white shirt.
Exactly. No, I liked the line very much so. When you categorize the main choice lines, I absolutely love Fro the Culture. That is my favorite line out of all of the lines that were created. Then this one comes a very close second. I liked I liked that line. I know they've come out with a whole bunch more, but that one, For the Culture, is #1 for me, and this Exotic Kool-Aid is #2 for me. I love the line. I like the fact, I always say the word dry seems negative, but for me it's a positive. I like the bigger, the drier it is, like the bigger my hair gets. It's just very blowy. All that. I mean, you can even kind of see now. I just kind of like the dry look. Just I don't know. I like it.
Okay.
So that definitely helped create that. And whether you receive that as good or bad, to me, I receive it as good. So I absolutely love that line. In the video, I think I talked about the shampoo not liking it. But then later on in the comments, I learned from our resident professor that, sometimes you have to use these different things. And again, I think I mentioned in our favorites video that sometimes you have to use the line in its totality. It's not often that you have to do that with lines. Sometimes you can switch and swatch things out. You don't have to get the shampoo and the conditioner with all lines. But with this one, the Exotic Kool-Aid, I felt that you had to, because when I started reading the directions and what the line was supposed to do, it kind of was like a build upon effect. So therefore the shampoo did something, and then the leave-in or the conditioner did something else in the leave-in. It all built upon to at the end give you the successful wash and go. And this line in particular had to do that. That shampoo in particular, I don't remember exactly what it was supposed to do.
It was designed. That mint kiwi thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't like it because I thought the smell was very overwhelming in the shower. I think I might have said I was like, ugh. I think maybe in a positive video.
I think it was volume. I think the line was about the volume it created, and I think this shampoo was kind of like that clarifying to get everything out and make your hair that light and fluffy. You had to use that shampoo. You had to start off with that shampoo that went into the roots. It has a spigot on it, and you had to apply it to the roots and kind of start there and really get out any debris or whatever in your hair, and that contributed to the volume that this line was going to create. And in the end, I felt like my hair was big and voluminous the way I like it. And so I definitely like that line. And it has to be used in its totality like that.
Yeah. So in 2019, we tried 2 different new Mane Choice lines. And before that, we had tried, again, the For the Culture, the Tropical Moringa, the Ancient Egyptian. I think we tried the Crystal, is it Orchid gel. Anything we'd use Mane Choice, no bad results. Like we completely loved. And so that's why I think for me, the ones I tried this year were disappointing. So the Exotic Kool-Aid line, I didn't care for. And then we went on to try the Cheers line, which I didn't care for that either. I thought the gel, the cast on that was ridiculous. Even after 4 days, that cast was not breaking up at all. I never returned to it. I really, really strongly disliked the Cheers gel so much. Did not care for that at all.
We were told at the time in the comments, that it should, again, another line to be used in its totality, that it was to be used with either their leave-in or something. That we were instructed at then. Like I said, it's been a long year. It's been a year of experiences, learning experiences, all of that. In all honesty, I never went back to the line and used it the way it was supposed to be used, as it was instructed to be used. I think it was gifted to us by a subscriber. It was Erica Fleming. Thank you, girl. Loved it so much, okay? But we never really went back and returned to it the way she instructed. She swears by that line. She swears by it causes growth, hair growth, all of that. But in all honesty, we, at this point, are just tired of trying things and sampling things in our hair, because our hair was just a mess. At that point, and as we continued on through the year, and now, we're just 2020 is going to be our year, our goals of hair goals, and just working on the health of our hair, and not so much of all this testing and trying things. It's just too much.
I mean, if I can just speak on the Mane Choice as a whole, I think they're a great brand. They have great products, and I just feel like this year, 2019, they just disappointed me as a whole for a brand. I think they rolled out way too many products, and I don't know what the point of that was, because their products are amazing. So I think they need to give each of their lines a chance to shine, because any line they put out is really good. It has great stuff in it, great ingredients, great concepts, but it was just 1 month a line, next month a line, this third month 2 lines, and 3 lines,
scavenger hunt,
and they're all over the place. And I'm what are they trying to saturate the market with the Mane Choice so it covers every other brand? No one's talking about anything else but the Mane Choice for months. I didn't know.
It took away its exclusivity, and it made it very, very common. And I don't like the scavenger hunt effect of these lines. That was one that stands out in my mind, that they do that they'll put a brand in Rite Aid, they'll put a brand in Walgreens, they'll put a brand in Walmart, they'll put a brand in Target, or a line, okay, not a brand, line. And you have to go on the scavenger hunt all throughout the different territories, states. I mean, insane. You know, all stores should carry all lines if it's that good. And so I don't like this, that they want a piece of the market and everything. They promise, right? Okay, we'll only give you this Cheers line. Okay, that's exclusive to you. Then Walmart had that caution, proceed with caution line. Okay, then I mean, it was insane. And it was a scavenger hunt. And you know, people are adults and they don't have time to be burning gas, running around here and there, everywhere. It becomes an obsession. The natural hair market already is an obsession, the community, okay? And then it just had people really obsessing about, did you get that? Did you have it, you know, in your store? And calling, I mean, insanity. No more. Like, I'm like, the main choice is not going to have me going mad.
I think it kind of had like the opposite effect. Like, I feel like when brands take their time to roll lines out, like for example, Jane Carter. We haven't seen Jane Carter in like a couple years now. So when they put something out, people are gonna be like, let's see what they're doing, because we haven't seen anything from them in a while. So like, you get excited. I think Eden Bodyworks does something every year. So by the time a year rolls around, like it's like, okay, it's been a year. What are they gonna be putting out this year? But when you're putting out something, it was honestly, guys, like, say in the comments, it was every single month for at least 3 or 4 or 5 months was back to back to back to back to back, and I was just like, I don't know. I honestly don't know what that's about, and I didn't care for that in 2019.
Where our subscribers would say, "Did you get the Main Choice's new line?" And we would say, "Yeah," and they're like, "No, not that one." But I'm like, "No way!" I'm like, "We just literally, because like they put something out, stores would run out, and as soon as you get your hands on like a brand new one, it got to be confusing."
Remember like, the berry deep conditioner? It was the Proceed with Caution. It was the Cheers. It was the Exotic Kool-Aid. It was
that prickly pear.
It was the prickly pear. It was the tea one, the black tea, whatever.
They were running out of ideas for lines that they were just putting out like treatments. So there was
this is too much.
Prickly pear and the overnight mask, and it was just too much. And I don't understand.
I don't think they did anything for Black Friday either. Which like, I don't know if they. And I think you guys said that they didn't. I don't know if they.
I heard that they said that they did sales throughout the year, and they weren't going to.
And to me, that was kind of a little. Because, like, I feel like that's kind of just, like, the fun of the season, and, like, you wait to see what all your favorite brands are going to do, and to not kind of do anything, to me, it's kind of like, you know,
not
you think you're that,
by the rules,
you think you're that great, like, no Black Friday, like, I don't know. It just wasn't cute. And I really do love the Main Choice. I still love their Tropical Moringa line, it's my favorite line, but I just think 2019 was just not cute.
Yeah, it does not take away at all from the original lines, where they really put thought and work into the lines, and they were very, very good lines. The other ones, I don't understand. I think when somebody gets onto something and it's good, you don't have to put out anything else because it's good. Again, like I say, Curl Junkie, to me, you're like you don't want me to put it in like something. You're like, Mom, nobody's bothered with it. But like, they know what they're about. They don't have to keep putting out things. They have been around 4 years and very rarely.
Maybe that's why like Jane Carter's not bothered, because she has that yellow line, she has that pink line, and she's just. Jane Carter's not bothered.
She knows what she's about, okay? And she knows that her lines work and they're successful. But it seems insecure to me when you have to keep putting out lines and putting out lines. Like, what do you try to do? It seems taking advantage of the customer. It's taking people's money. You know, the craziness of the natural hair community and how people are product junkies. And it's just kind of like playing into that, because they don't even take any time to really do these lines. They're just putting them out, and just it's like assembly line, and it's too much. It's overwhelming.
It's too much.
So that's in our opinion.
We said what we said. All right. Okay. Moving on to let's do Alikay Naturals. So Alikay Naturals 2019 came with the rollout of their lemongrass collection. And because everybody loved their lemongrass leave-in conditioner, which we love it. It's amazing. We love using it with the creme brulee, and it's just the best wash and go ever. We love that. So when people found out that they were actually going to take that lemongrass like scent, the leave-in, and expand it into a whole line, it was like pandemonium. It was like chaos. Like, oh my gosh, like this is amazing.
There was a lot of hype around it. It was a big, huge build-up. People were very excited because everybody absolutely loves the lemongrass leave-in. And again, as I remind everyone, I think I reminded in the other video, we love that line so much that it made MADCURLS channel 2018 favorite brand of the year. That's how much we love Alikay. So yes, we were excited like everyone else.
Right, because we had just gotten on to them. It's like, oh my gosh, like they're coming out with something new. Like, this is exciting. So, you know, we got the line. What was in the line was they rolled out a gel. There was a styling gel. There was a twisting butter. All with like the lemongrass scent, or was supposed to have the lemongrass scent. A foam, an oil, and then the leave-in. They just like changed the packaging or whatever. Right. So they changed the packaging, and like this collection had its own packaging. Everything lemongrass. Everything's supposed to smell like that lemongrass smell. So I guess we'll start there.
Normally their packaging is like a burlap kind of more primitive background, like a beigey kind of burlap, okay? And then had the little colored flowers or whatever on the bottom, so that was cute. When they bought the lemongrass collection back, they made everything lemon. They made everything yellow, okay? We even were asked to help promote the line, and so you had to wear yellow in the video and all of that. And so we got the line, the rollout. And so...
I mean, the line, we got good wash and goes from it. So this is one of those things where it's like, you know, we got a good wash and go, but like... The line in its totality, I think, was a little disappointing, in my opinion, and a little bit of a flop, also, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. Like, the gel is not my favorite gel that they came out with. So there's the creme brulee, which is the lightest one. The aloe berry, which is like the medium hold. And then this lemongrass gel now is supposed to be the strongest one. So it does have a pretty decent hold on. I could see how it's like strong hold. But to me, it's very dry. It's very drying. And, you know, I went back to it a few times after we filmed the video. And to me, it was just drying. Like, I was like, no, I think I still like the creme brulee. So the gel in that line was disappointing.
No one really knew what to make of the consistency. We were hearing before we got it. When we are asked to do something by a brand, we don't watch other people's videos because we want our own thoughts and our own opinions. However, after we did that, we didn't know what to make of it when we were doing that. We didn't know what it really felt like. But afterwards, we started seeing people were saying like it felt like Vaseline. I don't know quite. I never used it, so I'm not really quite sure.
It does have a unique kind of like consistency to it. Yeah.
But I feel like if it's not broke, don't fix it. And to me, the creme brulee is outstanding.
I mean, like, I feel like they could have come out with a stronghold gel, which they tried to with that, but I just don't think that was it. Like, I think that was kind of a miss. I don't think that gel is that fabulous. And then the twisting butter.
Yeah, that, all right, so if you are a type 3, they kind of categorize their stylers, okay? So I absolutely love the Shea yogurt, which is supposed to be for type 4s or like the kinky hair. And then they have the parfait, which is kind of like a whipped kind of, almost, it smells like Shea Butter. It's just different. But they actually said if you turn both bottles over, and maybe that's just the components of each styler, but they said they're identical. They said that the Shea yogurt is identical to the parfait, just maybe different measurements, okay? But they're identical.
In colors.
In colors. I don't understand it, but if you flip them over, I believe the ingredients are the same. However, this new one in the new line, it was Stone Cold Shea Butter, period. Like you can go to a beauty supply store and get a hunk of Shea Butter, and that is what
put it in the jar. Yeah, that was basically it. It was Shea Butter in a jar.
Again, the MADCURLS channel, our opinions. Maybe some people like styling their hair with Shea Butter. To me, it was way, way, way too thick. The parfait doesn't even work for my hair, and it's supposed to be geared for type 3s, and I don't like it. I think it's way too thick. I mean,
it was a twisting butter. Like, I didn't know what to make of it. To me, it was Shea Butter in a jar, and like maybe people twist their hair with Shea Butter, but even now doing braid outs and twists, like I can't imagine braiding my hair, twisting it with Shea Butter. It was just, it wouldn't even like melt in my hands. I was just like, I had to use water. Like, I just didn't know what to make of the Shea Butter. Then there's the lemongrass leave-in, of course, in the new packaging. To us, we said like the atomize, like not the atomize, like the sprayer.
Yeah. So
it didn't come out as strong as the original.
Yeah, the original, I love the original spray. It was very easy to navigate. It was very easy to pump out, and I could, because everyone knows that, you know, well, not everyone, but people that are familiar with the MADCURLS channel knows that I have MS and I have difficulties with my hands from time to time. The original sprayer comes right out. It's very easy. The new one, for some reason, it's kind of like struggled to come out. They hardly gave you any product. When you push down a full pump, you didn't get any product. So to me, there was something wrong with the mechanism. I don't know what they did. They put a gold cap on it, whatever, and they complicated the sprayer action. So I would take the new one and pour it over into the old bottle, because the old bottle to me worked better.
Yeah.
Has anyone else had that experience with that? Because sometimes it's good to hear somebody else that has that same experience. I'm like, is it in my mind? Is it just me? And they're like, oh, I'm so glad that they said it, because that happened to me too.
Because I think when Mael rolled out their shampoos, the pomegranate and honey one, I thought I was going crazy. The shampoo, like, you would pump it and like this much product would come out, but I think they said like their first or second or some of their first or initial batches, there was something wrong with the pump. And so I was like, okay, so I'm not crazy. It's not just me. Like, there was something wrong with the pump. So maybe, you know, we got like a new, like the first initial batches, maybe there was something wrong with the pump. Like, I don't know. But,
so, all right, so then speaking of the pump, so then the foam. I love the foam.
Yeah.
If you see the video, my hair was fantastic. I had just gotten a really cute, edgy haircut, and it just complemented that haircut so nicely. I love the foam. However, once again, the pump action, the whole thing, it just never pumped. I don't even know if it pumped one time, but I had to take the whole thing apart because we were asked to help promote the line. And so that was me. I love foam, so I was so excited to try that. However, it didn't work. But what I did discover when I had to unscrew it and take it all apart to see if I had to rinse it out or do something with it, I ended up ultimately pouring the stuff into a pump that works around the house, because for foams you have to have something that's going to make it that foamy thing. It's a special kind of a pump that needs to be used. You can't just put it like in a spray bottle. It has to be something that's going to make it fluff up. So I poured it into my fluffer upper here, but when I did that, when I opened it up, it's like all of this, and for lack of a better term, because I am by no way indicating anything gross about it, but it was like slimy, okay? But what I discovered, like that yellow, very deep gold yellow, I call it slime, but it wasn't slime, was so moisturizing that I said, I have never seen a foam more moisturizing. So that was a very unique experience that it didn't work. And when I had to unscrew it, I got to see, because once again, it just turned into a liquid at that point, and whatever the ingredients were in that foam were made of, it just kind of like all separated. I was able to see all of like the moisturizing components in that. And then when you put it all together, you pump it out, then it comes into this nice bright like yellow foam. But that's what's in that, something moisturizing, because that is the most moisturizing foam that I have ever seen.
So that was like the best product. Like,
yeah, I love
from the new collection, and they came out with like an oil or whatever. So we got good wash and goes from it, and like we got good wash and goes from it. But it I think overall, like, to me, it was a little disappointing.
Yeah, it wasn't necessary.
And we still recommend, when people ask about Alikay Naturals, I recommend like the original stuff. Like, I don't really recommend the lemongrass collection.
Again, that aspect of it fell into the line of the main choice. Like, your original stuff was fantastic. It wasn't anything earth-shattering, like, just concentrate on your original things, okay? It's fantastic. And so to come out with a whole brand new line, and everybody kind of like fell for the hype because of the lemongrass leave-in that we all love so much.
I love the idea of expanding the line.
Yeah.
I just didn't like
what they expanded.
I just didn't. The gel and like the two stylers were just like a no. Like, I just didn't like that. I didn't like it. But I like the idea. I wish like they would go back to the lab and like try to rework the butter and like rework that gel, and I think we'd be golden. But yeah. So that is that. Yeah. Okay, we had to have a water break. Oh my gosh, we're filming both of our videos today. So we just filmed the favorites one, now we're filming this one. So it's just a lot of talking. It's a lot of talking. All right. Moving on to another collection that we did in 2019. I wanted to mention the Camille Rose Naturals Lavender collection, because we know you're like a huge Camille Rose fan. You love Camille Rose so much. Their original stuff, their curl maker. They were just talking about Jansons. You're like, I can't find my Jansons.
I know.
So you love Camille Rose Naturals. So and they came out with the lavender collection, where they went from like, all the pink, and now everything is like all purple. So we got that line and re-reviewed it. Again, decent wash and goes, good wash and goes, but I feel like I'm always comparing the new stuff to brand's old stuff, and I feel like compared to their old stuff, the lavender collection is kind of a flop. Like, even though it didn't come out in 2019, we just happened to try it in 2019, but when we did try it, like, the wash and go was decent, but like going back to it, like, I think.
However, it is a very unique wash and go. You get completely different results. Yeah. The diameter of the curl, I'm saying all scientific, but it's funny. It's like the diameter of like a straw, whereas their curl maker gave me the diameter of
something fatter than a straw.
Yeah, like a magic marker perhaps. Okay, maybe not that thick, but it's funny how the curl diameter changed completely, and the feel of it, and the thickness of it.
Yeah,
it just was a very unique. So the two gels are completely different.
I don't like the gel.
No.
I don't like the gel. I think I love the shampoo. I think the shampoo was really good. I think the shampoo was the only thing I kept. Maybe the shampoo and like the little spray thing. Yeah. But I did not like the leave-in, which I think you liked. It was like whipped. It was weird. It was like a whipped.
Yeah, I liked the leave-in.
It was like a whipped leave-in, and then the gel, like compared to the curl maker, it doesn't hold a candle to the curl maker, and it did completely change my curl, and like, I don't think it was cute.
Anything that would, because we're not like, well, you're flashing it on the screen, but we don't have it because I felt like it didn't work for us, but let it work for someone else. I like the leave-in, but not enough to hold it when we were doing our declutter and when we were giving things away this summer. I knew I wouldn't go back to it. I knew that I enjoyed the experience at the time when I used it, but I knew it wasn't something I'd reach for again, because there's so many other leave-ins out there that are so much better. So that
is the line as like as a whole like reach for-able again? Like no, it was not. And compared to her original pink line, it was disappointing. I think we did 2 separate videos. We did the deep conditioner, which was decent. It was a decent deep conditioner. But when we got to them stylers, that gel and that leave-in, I didn't really care for.
I think Camille Rose, I love Camille Rose so much. I respect who Janelle Stevens is as a businesswoman and what she's done with her company and all that. I love them so much, or love her so much and the line so much. So I want everything to work. I just want everything to work, so I buy everything. But there are just the tried and true that I love that I stick with. The Curl Maker, definitely the Dry Twisting Butter, Jansen's. Now they put it in a jar. I always said it. I said to me it was better than the Algae Renew. To me that was better, more moisturizing than the Algae Renew conditioner. And I'm glad they put it in a jar and made it like a deep conditioner now. And the instructions now are different. Notice that before it was put it in and rinse it out. Now it's put it in, leave it in for 35 minutes. I didn't catch that. You know, the first time I did, I was putting it in and rinsing it out. And then one day, I don't know what made me just kind of like read it. And then I'm like, 35 minutes now, that's different. So if you think it's going to be the same, smells the same, feels the same, everything's the same, but the directions are different now. So maybe they did more research and realized that if you put it in for that amount of time, which is an odd amount of time, maybe perhaps it works better. But no, I think maybe one day I'll revisit that part of it. I don't know, but I initially went hog wild getting the leave-ins, a little, you know, I always said like little doll furniture, little doll toys. The leave-in, they were so cute. The latte, the honey, and what was the other? Like the oil. Okay, yeah, so cute. And didn't really know how to navigate it initially. Then through you guys, you told me how to use it, how to combine, what the combinations were. And so now I absolutely love the honey one. I know how to use that one now. I think initially my hair was just like too flat and greasy. I was putting too much in. But once you learn, and you learn from each other in this community, then you learn. But initially those were flops, and now I like them. This lavender line, whether I'll ever learn how to really properly use it, or maybe it's just
I think we gave it all away. I think we had a brand new set that we sent somebody. We gave it away.
Yeah.
And then for the mystery boxes, I think we gave the rest of it. We gave it away because like it's just not the Camille Rose products that we reach for.
Right.
So like the same with like the Alikay, we gave the whole collection away because it's just not the Alikay products that we were going to reach for. Again, we kept the ones that we reached for, but
yeah. This mentality of hoarding and stashing, it just got to be too overwhelming. So things had to go.
2019.
Not 2019.
Definitely not 2020. No, I'm done.
Definitely not 2020.
There won't be a whole us taking a picture showing our shelves and what we got because we don't got nothing. Like we got rid of it.
There's not any longer any content. We're not keeping things for content.
We don't got nothing.
No.
All right, and one more collection we just want to mention. Not the fact that it didn't work, but just the smell was very disappointing.
Yeah.
The Monoi hair collection, which amazing products. Love the products. It's just the scent. I never went back to it. You never went back to it just because the smell was just so overwhelming.
Yeah.
And I think it was what did I say? I was trying to say it in the car. It's meant to be like you know some essential oils. They're supposed to be used for like your hair and stuff, and then there's those ones that like you put in things, and it's supposed to like the aroma in the air, or I think that's where she was going with the smell. It's supposed to be like therapeutic or something. It's just some oils are really strong smelling, and they're supposed to do something like.
I think the categories tonight were disappointing experiences, products, brands, all of that. And I think I was just very, very surprised. I don't know enough about her, but her name is out there. It's on the map, as everybody knows. Mo knows hair. Okay, she has a salon in New York. Right? It's in New York, right?
Girl, I don't think it's in New York
I always say New York, and you always correct me.
I think it was
so that's
DC,
why.
maybe Georgia. Now I have no idea.
Wherever it's at, she's on the map someplace.
Yeah, she's known. She's OG.
Yeah, so she came highly recommended just by the hype around her, and I couldn't wait to get this. And I was extremely surprised and blown away by the amount of fragrance in the products, because it's a natural community that she's offering these products to, and naturals really don't like that level of fragrance. However, that wash and go was so fantastic. It is my profile picture on my Facebook page because it is fantastic. I have changed it for Thanksgiving. I have changed it for Halloween. I have been a pumpkin. I have now I'm sharing the space now with the Grinch, because those
when
curls.
You can change the frames.
Yeah, when you can change the frames. Those curls are so popping. My curls look fantastic. They look moisturized.
My braid out looks so good.
So cute and curly and defined. So cute. But that fragrance, absolutely not. It's just way too strong. So if they can have like a fragrance-free one or whatever, I don't know, but
we'll be back to purchase.
Yeah.
Without the fragrance or like a fragrance like toned down.
Yeah. So that was disappointing because I was shocked at that fragrance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that. And now we have like just like a few little like honorable mentions. I think you have one, so I'll go first because I think I have like 3.
Okay.
So one I wanted to mention that I tried was the Eden Bodyworks Jojoba Monoi Deep Conditioner. Like we've been aware of like Eden Bodies, but I feel like this year like I kind of like dived more into like their products that came out with the podcaster, and like I put in an order when they had a sale, and that was one of the products I picked up because people raved about it. And I wasn't really blown away by the deep conditioner. Some of their products, like people are like, wow, this is amazing, and like some of the products I'm like, wow, this is amazing. But the deep conditioner, like the way people hyped it up, like I didn't really care for it, like really at all. So that was disappointing for me.
Okay, which one?
It's called Jojoba Monoi. I definitely gave it away during the mystery boxes. It has like a red lid. We always see it in Target. It's very accessible. It's
Eden Bodyworks.
Eden Bodyworks Jojoba Monoi. It comes in like their Eden Bodyworks jar.
Okay.
And it had like a red lid, and it was Jojoba Monoi. And
I didn't Google it. I don't even know.
I didn't care for that.
Okay.
We don't have a video on it.
I know because like we'll go places together and like we'll like branch out and each pick up something. And so maybe you picked up something.
We have a Treatment Tuesday on it, and I think I said it was okay.
Okay.
I might have said like, you know, it was okay. I wasn't jumping out the window about it, and I never went back to it. I had like basically the full jar, and I just gave it away because no, ma'am.
All right. You said I had one. You have
the
one
Ecoslay? No, we don't have any products down here.
Right. Okay. Ecoslay. Very cute line. Food based as far as like the little ideas, like the way Botanicals does, like the kink drink and what other kind of like food things, nut sauce, all of that stuff. So cute, like the little honey thing. Okay, so cute. So this one was based all on like little food ideas. One of the main things that I couldn't wait to try was the hot sauce. It looked very similar to like the concept of it was, because it's not similar at all. The one that Ecoslay to me did was so cute. However, I didn't think about it in theory or in practice. So the moment I got it, it's supposed to be like a pre-poo. It's like an oil. It could be a hot oil treatment. It could be a pre-poo. And I put that stuff all over my head, and the color of it is extremely orange in the jar, in the container. It's like a plastic. It looks just like hot sauce. Put it all in your hair. However, so it starts dripping down your face, and it's like all yellow. Turns like to like that very what is that, curry colored yellow, and it just never stopped coming out. It just, every time I touched it, it was on my towels, it was on my hair.
Took like 2 or 3 washes for the yellow to stop coming out.
It really did, but the whole idea of it was cute. Okay, so that was cute. I couldn't wait to get my hands on that. That came here. The peppermint schnapps, that was cute. The whole idea of that came here. It was good. I would actually have to say it's on the level of Alikay Naturals Black Soap Shampoo. The experience and everything was the same, but it didn't make my favorites because I felt like I don't like things like, well, it's just like, well, if it's just like, then I'll just keep using what's just like. I like black soap shampoo. So it didn't really do anything to wow me, to make me switch over or even interchange with the two of them. But they are very, very similar. What was the other thing in the line?
The applesauce?
The applesauce. That was the one that I couldn't wait the most. I bought the entire line from the whipped deep conditioner, which was like a lemon meringue or some sort of
banana.
It was banana cream pie. Oh my, so cute, good. Smelled so good, so thick, frothy, nice. You definitely loved that one. I used it during the video. I don't think I ever went back to it. I think you've gone back to it a few times.
I have it.
So,
and the orange marmalade.
So okay, we have the peppermint schnapps, the shampoo. Then we have the big, in a very substantial jar of the deep conditioner. You've used that. Then we, like I said, that pre-poo and all that yellow. Okay, that wasn't great. And I think the owner, what I liked the communication. She reached out. She saw the comments. She saw my reaction in the video, and she reached out and explained how I was supposed to use it, like the specific instructions. I don't remember now, but anyway, we used too much. Okay, so she kind of like walked us through it. Very nice. I like people that don't take offense and get offended, because I know that everyone is different, and so I was a customer, and so therefore she would try to walk me through the process, but I never returned to that. I just didn't want to take that chance. But the biggest thing I really wanted, because I got the entire line, and they're not giving those things away, and I bought the entire line, and then I was like, oh no, and I forgot the applesauce, or it was like the edge control. So I had to reach out again, order it, and then pay for the shipping. So I think it was maybe, I don't know, there's different categories of prices. I think it was $12, and then if you got the little brush, which was very cute, eco-friendly brush, wooden, cute little bristles, all of that. So I don't remember what it was, the whole thing. I remember that maybe possibly paying $20 for it and then having to pay for shipping. So 2 products like $27, but I wanted it so bad so that when I gave the tutorial on it, you guys could see the entire line. And when I was shocked about the edge control. It was so watery. On the site, it looked like it was in a green jar. It looked like it would have like a color to it. It looked like it was almost like applesauce, I expected. I thought it would have some sort of like a chunky consistency to it. So when I put it in my hair, it would kind of like stick. But you could really like turn it over and it could really like plop out. It was very liquidy. It almost could pass for a gel. So the whole factor and all that, I believe it kind of works, but still, I just like something better. So that one. I was disappointed, and that was a very disappointing one for me, because that one I reached out specifically after I bought the entire line, and then oops, I forgot one and reached out, paid for the shipping and everything to get that, and it was nothing like what I thought I saw on the site.
Okay.
So that was the line, but it's a cute line. Yeah. And the main thing that everybody knows about it is orange marmalade gel. Right. Yeah, so that's the best thing in the line, I think, is that orange marmalade gel.
And the banana cream deep conditioner.
Yeah.
All right, I have one more thing on the list that I tried this year. It's a pretty old product, but I tried it for the first time this year because people were raving about it. It's the Cantu Shea Butter Masque, which I thought was horrendous. It was awful. Like, it was awful. Oh my gosh, it like sat on my hair. I literally had like, my hair was completely white. It just sat on my hair. Even with heat and everything, I rinsed it out. My hair was like hay. It was hay, it was hard, it was awful. And we did a Treatment Tuesday on it, so I think like my full reaction is in the Treatment Tuesday video. I was like, this is just terrible. Yeah. It didn't melt in your hair, it didn't do anything. Even after like my leggings hack and like
rave reviews, right?
Yeah. Even after my leggings hack and like all the heat I blasted on my hair, I thought maybe the product would like melt in. No, I took my cap off and my hair was still completely white. It didn't soak in at all. And then I rinsed it out and my hair was basically just like knots at my ends and it was just dry and just awful. It was like the worst deep conditioner like I've ever tried. And so that had to make the list because it was awful. But yeah, I think, is that it?
I think that
our disappointing experiences, brands, products, collections.
Yes, I'm looking over in the box. That's why I keep looking over.
No, this is my favorites.
That's your favorite. Yeah, I know. I was just looking to see if any of your favorites might be mine. Some of mine, not favorites. But no, I think because like, it was a very short pat list because we didn't do a whole lot this year with that. We reached out to vlogs. As you guys know that follow us, we got a puppy. So, you know, he occupied a lot of our time this year. And again, because of the struggles with that, with this year with our hair, we weren't doing as much. We were told early on when we hung up our shingle on the MADCURLS channel, like, how do you guys do that every day? Like, how do you do that like every week, wetting your hair constantly? And we didn't really realize until like 2 or 3 years later the damage that we really were putting on our hair. So we tried to like back away as much as we could, but lines were steadily coming out. And we still want to review things for you because this is what our channel is, a product review channel. How can we review products if you don't put them in your hair? But we really tried to get away from that towards the end. And at the end, we just kind of like, we're not doing it. Okay?
I think overall, 2019, my hair disappointed me. Yeah. Like, just period. My hair, the way, just the products, I guess I used the shedding, like no tea, no shade, like haircuts, highlights, like just anything I did to my hair this year was just like, it just disappointed me, you know? So going into 2020, I was like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm sticking to what I like. I'm not doing nothing extra, nothing fancy. I'm letting my highlights grow out. No more haircuts, no more, unless I'm like getting my hair trimmed or something like that just to keep my ends healthy. But like there's nothing I want to do to my hair in 2020 but just to let it be. Let it be.
And you know what, we had a conversation. You might chop this out, girl. I don't know, I'll just speak my piece now. We felt like the brands were we felt quite used. Okay, we felt like we did a lot earlier on the channel promoting things like MADCURLS will put their hands on something and MADCURLS will put it out there and you guys will go crazy. I think Honey's Handmade could speak to that experience, that when MADCURLS says something like our subscribers move on it. Okay, we have quite a lot of influence. Our channel might be small, but we have a lot of influence what we say, and because we call it the MADCURLS family, like we're a family and we take each other's advice. And I think that when we like something and we say it, our subscribers go crazy reaching for this and trying to get their hands on these things. However, we didn't feel like it was reciprocal. We felt that our pictures were used, our names were used. They clearly knew how they were put on the map through us, and we were never credited for that. And we saw a lot of that in 2019. And so we said in 2020, it's going to be different. We are not putting anybody on. We're not putting anybody's name on anything, whatever's in our hair. Unless it's direct, like sometimes we'll just volunteer the information. This is what we're using tonight. It's like we're not mentioning brands anymore or names anymore. We're constantly giving them free advertisement because they never promote us. Not even so much as our pictures. I think it was even during one of the shows where we were kind of constantly pinged, notified, like your pictures are here, and they're not even. That's what the relationship is between an influencer and a brand, that you promote, you help the brand promote their products, and therefore they just give you weensy, like little name and little recognition. So use our pictures, but yet at least put our name there so people know, because you might have a huge audience, and if you have our pictures, like just credit us with that, like this is who these are. These two women are MADCURLS. And when we were finding that people were using our pictures and not crediting us, and so our channel wasn't growing, it was just a mess, and so we were like, we are out of this mess, 2020. Time changing. So yeah, we don't really know what our channel is going to look like in 2020, but it's probably not going to look anything like it looked like the first year and a half, 2 years. We were novices.
We were on this channel, like
yeah, I know.
You know, so hopefully you guys
so
like,
naive.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys are here for flavor, and like whatever we bring to you. We're not saying we're not going to be talking about natural hair products or anything else like that, but it's just not going to be tutorial, brand pushing, this product put like this, like no. Nobody's doing all of that in 2020. We'll let the new up-and-coming influencers do that and learn, you know? Yeah. So, but yeah, that is
But we've enjoyed the ride here. And like we said, we're not coming off the channel. We're just doing different things. Definitely, we're still product junkies by nature, and we enjoy what we do, but we're going to just do it a little bit more circumspectly, a little bit more cautiously, and with attention to the health of our hair, as we all should be doing anyway.
Yeah.
You know, as we all should be doing.
I think everybody needs to stop all this product switching and swatching and flipping and trying stuff. Because I think there's definitely something to be said about constantly like switching and swatching products and washing your hair every day, and like, you know.
I think the luster, could I say that? I believe I said it on one of our lives recently. I said, is it just me, or is the fire, is the luster, is the novelty of the natural hair community being lost a little bit? It's just so saturated. No one needs to go to look at a YouTube video to see how to apply products in their hair anymore. So I feel like we might have been at the very end of the excitement, because I still felt like there was an excitement when I first came on the channel when we hung up our shingle 2 years ago. But we've seen people that were as big, or not as big because we weren't big when we came on, that were bigger than us that just disappeared. Don't care. Yeah,
a lot of the bigger, like, who started out like bigger natural hair influencers, like they're just like, they just have their social media, and they're just like, we don't want to be basically considered influencers anymore. And I'm like, I feel that energy kind of at this point a little bit. So like I feel like, I mean, it was a natural hair movement, teaching women to like to love their hair. And I think, are we there? Do we all love our hair? We all know what to do? Like, we all just style our hair and go about our lives? Like,
I think that's, are we there? I find the grasp with brands just putting things out, putting anything out, trying to compete. And again, you know, not to really harp on the main choice, but the main choice, that ridiculousness of putting out product after brand after brand, line after line after line. It's like, I feel like they feel like they're losing something there, because no one is like buying the way they once were. And so they're just putting everything out, throw it all at the wall and see what sticks. And so that to me represented that they are like not desperate, because I can't speak for Courtney and her brand, but I'm saying the madness of that, putting out brand after brand, just like trying to soak people's money because nothing's working. Everybody's sick to death of this product shopping like that, unless you're like new and up and coming like we were, you know, and the excitement of that.
I mean, I know there's a lot of MADCURLS fans that say like they're not buying nothing. They just like watching natural hair videos, but they're not buying nothing.
Shut, like my grandmother used to say.
They know what they like. A lot of people DIY, like no one cares. Like they know it works, but they just enjoy watching videos. So we hope you guys are here for Flav in 2020,
right?
And whatever we bring. But that's kind of just where we are with our channel, and where we are mentally, I guess, with the natural hair community and products. And so if you enjoy tutorials, go. We have like 400 videos on this channel, and a lot of them are tutorials in like the beginning. A lot of brands, a lot of tutorials
that you can think of, any line, other than anything else put out last year. Is out there, and anything that's already out there, I think, was the tried and true, and anything that was kind of like peddled through 2019, in our opinions as product reviewers, and I think we can speak from experience, wasn't really worth really tutorialing. Okay, so anything that's before that, before 2019, I think is worth giving it a try, because that was the original stuff. That was when people really wanted to help people with natural hair. Then it just became a madness. It just became, okay, these naturals are crazy and they're going to give our money to anything, and so let's just keep pushing out products, pushing out to get that money, because I think they were seeing it was like starting to lose its luster, in my opinion.
I mean, some of the products, like some of the promises and stuff that they say the products are going to do, and it's just like,
yeah,
you know, it's just because, like you said, the madness, like, you know, so they're putting stuff out there to like get the money, because they know people, if you put it out there, people are gonna buy it, right? So, you know, but yeah, that's what it is.
Yep, that's what it is.
So give us your thoughts in the comments down below on this topic, tell us what products you think are disappointing, or brands, or any experiences that you've had. We definitely want to hear that. 2019 was a whole different year from 2018, so let us know where you are.
It really was.
On your journey with brands and products, the natural hair community, and like just all that kind of stuff. We want to hear.
This is just the opposite end of the coin, or opposite side of the coin. Okay, with the good you get the bad, and so you cannot do as many product reviews as we have and not have some disappointments. So you guys often want to know, because money is tight with a lot of people, including us, and no one wants to just spend their money.
Right.
Okay, people return policies are tightening up in stores and stuff, so you want to know what's worth buying. And so this is like, at the end of the year, we do this. It's fun. We saw last year, it was a big hit. You guys loved the negativity, you know, the whole funeral aspect. This is why we're trying to look that, even though we can't, because again, like we said in the other video, y'all gonna get this tree this year. Okay, y'all gonna get this tree. All right, we put it together twice.
Hashtag y'all gonna get this tree, right? You made it this far in the video.
Yeah, in the other video, we came out and we said that, you know, the videos, this tree's gonna be in every video at the end of the year videos. And so here it is, even though it's supposed to be like doom and gloom, you know, like funeral, like the death of the products that didn't work for us, but this tree was going to be here. Okay.
All right, guys.
All right.
So thank you so much for watching this video, and we hope you guys have a great
and tell us what your disappointing products were this year.
Yes,
in the comments.
We want to hear it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your 2019, and you're celebrating 2020.
See you in 2020.
See you in 2020.
All right.
All right, guys.
All right. Bye.
Okay, that can't happen. That can't happen. Door closed. Sorry. That can't happen either, whatever that just was.
I'm literally going back to my room now.
Okay. Close the door. Okay. Poor Smith.
No.
Okay. Thank God we were on a break. Yeah, that can't happen. Let's wait a second. Are you in your room? Everybody to their rooms. Okay.